Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real with that trill to give you a thrill. That is beauty filled with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know. Hi, Pisces. All right. So I don't think Pisces and Gemini wanted a reading. But despite all of that nonsense, okay, this reading must go on. The show must go on. My heart will go on, as Celine Dion says. Okay, I don't know how it goes. She has a song that says my heart will go. Okay, so God says this is how the sacrifice works. And it's crazy because, all these signs I've done all 12 signs. Well, I've done all signs except for 2, which is Pisces and Gemini, like I mentioned earlier. And for, none of the signs had particular messages already, what God wanted to say. Even Gemini's honestly came up, once I get around to theirs. But yeah. And so they not only Pisces, I feel like it was actually Pisces that didn't want this reading at all, but just Pisces energy, people opposing forces that are going against Pisces, did not want this reading. And I see now why, because like I said, none of the other signs had like downloads beforehand, but Pisces did, and Gemini. Both energies had the same energy, but especially Pisces, because we're talking about the subject of sacrifice. Pisces is the sign of sacrifice. Pisces has been through the most. A lot of you guys could have your North Nodes, your Midhavens, and I want to even say sun signs in Pisces, but that goes without saying for sign readings. Most people watch for their signs, but like especially those placements, or even like South Node. I'm getting like the placements that are they're relevant, but they're not actually a planet that occupies it. So something else. I was thinking Chiron, but Chiron is the asteroid that takes the place inside the house. The Black Lilith, these names could be significant as well. Ron, Kai, Kaya, Kyra, Kyla, even Kia, the car, or someone's name. Nakia, Nakaya, Rukia, Ronkia even. But so with with those placements, for Pisces, if you have them there, and then with Pisces being the sign of the sacrifice, it says a lot about who you either were in the past, especially if you have a South Node in Pisces, who you were in the past. And then also, it tells you, where you're being guided, or explains why you should never want to go back if you have a South Node in Pisces. And if you got the North Node in Pisces, which is very good, because you basically went through your life to go through your life if you reach your North Node in Pisces, okay? Shout out to the 4 now 11 people. I saw that. I have to say that because they say I'm talking to myself. But yeah, so and then so if you got a Midhaven in Pisces, imagine what that is. With Midhaven, that's where you meet God. That's where you basically open the doors to spirituality. So you being a sacrificial, like being a part of that sacrificial placement, in Midhaven, you're basically not to be blasphemous or anything, like Jesus. You're compared to Jesus, or, God looks at you as Jesus. God could have even just maybe not crucified you or made you, get prepared for crucifixion per se, but made you get prepared for baptism, like with John and Jesus, part of the Bible. And during that time, God came, let a dove down, and opened up the clouds and said, "This is my son," introduced my son. So having that midhaven there is like God is going to introduce you, because you've gone through so much. Your story is something God uses as what is it called, like look at the tapestry on my skin. It represents all the victories I win. Don't mess with Maui when he's on the brink away. The tapestry on my skin, it represents the victories I win. Look at me, Bowie. I'm just making it happen. What can I say except you're welcome? Where the skies, the birds, and the sun. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just having me some fun. You're welcome. But yeah, he says, like, the tapestry on his skin, his tattoos on his skin, Maui, in the movie Moana, that is Dwayne Johnson. You're welcome, on that movie Moana. So like, he has he's a demigod, and he has a whole bunch of tattoos on his skin. You could also be a part of an organization where you get branded, or like, you got a tattoo to represent that you're a part of that group. Even your family, something about that could be significant as well, where they have to sacrifice. So let's get into what God is basically telling you of how the sacrifice works. So even if you think it's a conspiracy, because I know when I used to, before I was just into this spirituality in this capacity as I am now, I used to kind of hate hearing the word conspiracy theory or sacrifice, because they both kind of mean the same thing, and it's hard to believe, and stuff like that. But because I didn't people weren't really presenting proof to me to believe the theories they had, and then until I start hearing the conspiracies from God, that's when I started to separate the two and actually understand, even from Jesus' perspective, the sacrifice, but also the sacrifice that our friends and family put us in, when we're living this life. And so with a lot of you Pisces, you are that one in the family that you could have possibly done nothing, or you could have possibly been a person who has this certain type of reputation, like people know you to fight, but it's always negative connotation attached to your name, like, or say you have an attitude, say you don't play, or you will kill somebody over certain things and stuff like that. Oh, somebody's name could be Erica. But yeah, so because I had this when we were in a shelter. Thank you for the first bonus blessings to you. When we were in a shelter, we were like new to the shelter, but so was this other family, and one of the kids in this other family got like this doll that hadn't been opened yet, and the little girl had her mother hold it, but the mother, like, just had it sit in where any kid could come up and touch it, and many kids came up and touched it before my kid ended up touching it. And so when my kid touches it, the mother tells my son, that oh, you don't want to touch her stuff, she would kill you over that, she would kill you. Telling my toddler about her, I think she was like 11 or 12 years old. 11 or 12-year-old's daughter is gonna, why would you, like, to me, I thank you for writing down, like, why are you relaying that message about your own daughter, first of all? And then secondly, like, you're relaying that to a toddler, or, referring to, she was talking directly to my son. And, and I didn't know how to say it in the way without getting in trouble, because like I said, we were in the shelter, so I didn't want to start no mess or anything like that. And I didn't think it was serious enough to report it. But either way it go, if we just focus in on her saying what she said, those different aspects, why would you relay that message to a toddler about even a child wanting to kill another child, would want to kill another child? Why is that something that you also are endorsing for your child? Rain down on me, rain down on me. Yeah, why are you endorsing that for your child, being you are the adult responsible for instilling certain values into that child? And then, in general, I honestly, even though she probably, I know she knows her child better than I do, but I don't think her child would have went that far as to try to kill a toddler, and I know she wasn't exaggerating. She was very serious. She said it multiple times. And I'm just like, I just had to, redirect my son, do my part, do what I'm responsible for, and just take note of what she said. But a lot of children, a lot of adults say this about their children, as if they're cultivating this crazy thing. Right down, right down. They're cultivating this crazy thing. I'm like, you're the adult. You're the adult. You're the responsible person for this thing, and then you're feeding into it and stuff like that, and then relaying it to a toddler at that. Rain down on me, rain down. I love that. I love those faces. Yeah, it's true. And so I shared that because this this is how sacrifices even start. The seed of sacrifice gets planted like this, with, children with their parents, from their parents. And then sometimes even their children would do that about their parents, and say, yeah, my mom will do this, my dad will do this, like my dad is this, my mom is this, she would do this. And in reality, when she's really faced with the situation, or the dad is faced with the situation, they probably won't respond in that way or so gruesome initially. Maybe something will end up happening where they're like, I'm gonna get there to where the children is, but not enough to deliver that information or relay that information. So a lot of you, Pisces, have had people in your family, where they would do this. You would be that person with the most attitude, most flavor, or like a totally different personality. Maybe you grew up in a black family, and you more so like things that like cater to white, like a Caucasian family or another culture, or whatever, it was opposite of what you grew up and raised in, and they found a way to pick on you and stuff like that. So you're kind of being singled out and bubbled in a certain type of way. So how your reactions is like you're racking up this score, or you racked up this score, where like now when it comes down to it, you're known as, you have this reputation in this group of people, especially your family. Especially your family, just talking about the child and the mother. So, you, all these people know you as this, or tell people about you as this, talk on the phone with their friends and stuff as this, so everybody else got these opinions of you. And then your family, some of these people who partook in these conversations did something that now, like it offended another family, like a boss, or, a mob family, a mafia, or, like where they don't play about their children, and you probably don't play about or your family doesn't play about their children, or, their family members, their loved ones. Rain down on me, rain down on me, It's been saying 0 and somebody is raining down on me, so I know they messing with my number, so I gotta say that. Thank you. Rain down on me, rain down on me, yeah. So your family did something to offend, another bigger family. So they're like, yeah, somebody got to pay for this. So you being the person that racked up this reputation, is now the viable candidate. Nobody gives a fuck about you, and they people planted seeds to make sure people don't give a fuck about you or wish bad upon you. So when they come and ask for a body, they like, yeah, we need a sacrifice, and then you're the first on the list. So what God is doing now, thank you for the second like. Bonus blessings to you. I don't know if I said bonus blessings to the first like. Y'all always give bonus blessings. That's reserved for y'all. But, sometimes I give it to everybody. But yeah, so, like sometimes, so now what God is doing, I did a reading about this like a few months ago where it said they're not going to even be able to crucify Jesus this time. God is not going to waste time proving that. And I was speaking to how certain placements in your birth chart, if y'all don't know what I was talking about when I was talking about certain placements earlier, in your birth chart could probably illustrate how you are compared to Jesus. And look, it came out, and that wasn't about Pisces. It was just about, for the whole collective, divine masculine, divine feminine, if you want to look at it that way too, And so, so to apply that same concept here, so you have been picked out as the outcast, as the scapegoat, as the sacrifice, all right? And everybody put their vote in, cast it for you. So all the people who put their vote in, they're now candidates. They're now nominees for that. They brought options back. Because now God has set up, thank you for the third like, and may God bless you bonusly too. Now God is set up where it's almost like if you come and request a certain thing. So say if somebody hired someone else to kill you, right? A hitman, right? And they go to this hitman, they give your name. Your name is now on that list because God knows people are looking out, coming out, or out to offend you, out to hurt you, out to, do something to you. So you're on that list. So when this hitman hears, the person that came and reserved or casted in their vote to this hitman doesn't know that this hitman has this list. So people are getting a lot of backfires or spells, or people say backfire spells a lot. That's what all it is. You ended up showing your hand by going to the person who will be protected because they were unprotected by you. So it wasn't enough for them to unprotect you, cast you out, and not want anything to do with you, don't care what happened to you. They had to take a step further in some cases. And then that was immediate karma right there, because they basically walked up to the counter and was like, I order a murder on myself, basically. Because whoever they're asking for is on that list of protected people, protected citizens, protected, sacrifices, the sacrifices. We know we were expecting you. We were wondering who they were going to send. Because that's what they'll do. They'll send an agent and somebody who's not closely connected at all. And it's crazy. Because I've been, I've been trying to avoid this topic. So I'm avoiding it a little bit, but our rest in peace, Charlie Kirk, as well. Yeah. So, but I've been trying to ignore how Candace Owens is investigating into Charlie Kirk's assassination and the passion behind this venture, this project. Rain down on me, hey, rain down on me, hey. You miss me. I feel missed, thanks. Haven't been here in a while. So I appreciate that. But yeah, so, it just interests me. But from what I have to go back and rewatch the shorts now that I know a little bit more about, relationships and, more facts and details and stuff. At first, I didn't want to say anything. I would just, come across the information and keep my opinions to myself. And I'm kind of doing that now because, I want to make sure that whatever I want to say, my stance is airtight, and I'm very reserved when it comes to, proving other Black people wrong, because I do not believe I have all the answers. And even if I did, I would want you guys to help me, present some of those answers. I don't want to be the only one to present the answers. I really don't. Yeah, I want you to feel good too for, your accomplishments, your contributions as well. I want you to feel heard. I really do. I promise you. But it just kind of, I'm gonna put it out there with what I've saw and gathered so far and what I understand about the situation with them. Well, so Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and then so now, from my understanding, Candace Owens has taken interest in investigating his assassination, why it happened, and stuff like that. She's been coming through with certain evidence about organizations being affiliated with what happened to him. And I believe, he's been tugging at me too, which is why, like, I can't let it go either, but I thought it was very interesting, because before knowing exactly what it was, because when I saw her come out and say, like, she was investigating this, I didn't understand why, like, I didn't understand why, and not that she shouldn't care as well, but why, like, why? And that's what journalists supposed to ask, that the four W's and a how, or something like that, 5 Y's and a how. But anyway, so so I was asking why, and I didn't know much about it, and I just knew I was like, is that the one that got assassinated? And I just didn't know the relationship. So I saw these shorts before I knew more about them. So I really have a neutral stance. So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to attack you, and I'm really prefacing this because people are just so sensitive with anything I say, especially. But with people are just sensitive, right? And I don't want to downplay that too, or belittle it at all. But yeah, so she showed us in one short of some text messages of her and Charlie Kirk, but also a group chat of where Charlie Kirk was a part of, and he mentioned to his colleagues, whoever was in that group chat, that he was going to bring Candace to this event that she's trying to prove that the reason why, like, his feelings towards the event or the people associated inviting him to the event, she's trying to prove like somebody could have been involved in that, from my understanding, and then so I just took a look at these text message with the group chat, and then when he mentioned that he was thinking about bringing her, he was just thinking about bringing her. He didn't say like, yeah, I've decided, like, she's gonna be my plus one. Like, he was really throwing the idea out of there. Sometimes when you do that, you're trying to check people's temperature, whether it's your friends, family, or what. You're trying to see what they think about that person, because you're not really sure about that as well. So honestly, I think, a lot of the stuff that Charlie probably even disclosed to her, was to see where her head is, because he was always questioning her position in his life. But that's my opinion. That's how I see it. So, but I just thought it was interesting that they would go against it immediately. And kind of like when he says, like, I want to invite her or whatever, like, I don't think that's a good move, maybe next time, and stuff like that. It's like, why? Like, why? And there's a lot of whys happening here, and it's leading me to think that there's a distraction somewhere. And with the divine masculine and divine feminine energy, that's why a lot of men get away with murders or crimes and stuff like that, because they're action oriented. Okay, they don't stay around at the scene. They're not going to stay around at the scene. Figuratively, literally, they're going to act and get out. All right, so they will get away, because most of the time, once someone has already committed the crime, that's when people are investigating, after the crime was committed, never before. Because the divine masculine energy, whether he's a man or a woman, but the divine masculine energy in general, they already did the action, and then they're moving on, or they're probably focusing on how to cover up that action that was already committed. All right. So, but in here, so on the feminine side, the feminine will stay around the scene and talk. Okay. She basks in the ambience. She's enjoying the scene. She's looking around and saying, oh, this is nice. Oh, I want one of these. And, she's staying in awe to when someone does finally start to investigate, she's there talking on a podium. Okay. Figuratively or literally. She's talking on a podium, or she's looking around like this place, like it's an open house. I don't know. But they get caught. Because in both instances, on both parties' sides, whoever commits the crime, when someone's investigating it, they're looking at time. Time is mainly the issue. Even Candace, she's looking at the time. Oh, before this assassination, there were certain plans. There was a video. There was this. There was that. Because you're trying to see why the action happened. Because whoever acted already left. And I know we caught the suspect. So that's why it's like figurative thinking. And then so when you see somebody like her just around talking, and like I said, I'm wondering why when it came to her before I even read these text messages or she showed us these text messages. I was wondering why. Like, why do we need to know this? Why? And why is it on the onus for you to present it to us? And then earlier I was talking about how a parent was saying what her child may or may not do, especially when it comes to like killing, a violent act. Like, why? Why would you present it in that way? What are you trying to prove? And then they're saying, don't invite her. But before this happened, she'd been working with this guy. She knew this guy for a long time, I guess. And she'd been working with this guy for years now, or, at least 5 years, I think, 5 to 7 years or something like that. She worked with him. So he knows, he knows her better than probably even the people that was, of course, remarking on whether he should bring her to the party or not, or whatever, the event or not, with Israel, or, I think that's what the Israel thing was. Yeah, so like we were wondering why, and then on top of that, get this, when she's working with him or was working with him, she was his communication director. Okay. That's similar to like what a public relation representative would be, right? Like communication direct, like, or it deals something with, the spectacle or optics. Yeah, optics. I was like, it's an IC word. I'm looking for it. But yeah, so, like it deals with the optics of how he presents himself. So why would he not care about whether she even wants to go or not, and it's just, it was just something, like I thought that was crazy. I mean, well, it wasn't kind of crazy, but it was just like me knowing nothing about this, I would wonder why, and sometimes when you wondering why is because somebody not supposed to be in there. It's like a room. Somebody's in a room they not supposed to be in. So to apply this back in, how people set the stage, people will set the stage and, like look all compassionate, look, concerned, be passionate about a certain situation. I'm not accusing her of anything, of any affiliations, but I think the absolute first short I saw about this, series, she was talking about how somebody, like both of them were someone was trying to be their handler. Yeah, the handler. It was handler conversations about them too, or relating to them too. And I think one person was trying to handle her, and then another person was trying to handle him. And then with that, she was showing us text messages, I think, with her and Charlie, where he was trying to tell her, and again, checking her temperature. Like, I think somebody's out to get me, or, I think somebody's, onto something like that. And then, so for her to, have a certain type of relationship with certain things like that. And then with her, how she is on her platform, why weren't you quick to jump at, like, put your claws in what he was saying when he was alive? Why now? So, I'm sorry. So I was trying to avoid getting there because that's the part that angers me, because I've dealt with a lot of people who battled with intrusive thoughts, self-harming thoughts, and when people talk, it's because they want help. When they stop talking, they don't care what nobody thinks. And I've been talking about how Charlie has been checking these people's temperatures. because he knew in his mind, or they were talking about dreams. Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I was just wondering, like, why. And then when I look at these shorts, or parts of these videos, I don't know. To me, it gives me like this documentary feel. Like it's almost giving me one of those like Feed the Animal feels too. And we all know, well, most of us know, when you get that feeling, you should kind of dig deeper, or your intuition is trying to tell you something. God is trying to tell you something. And I kind of spotted a similar thing when I saw Oprah and, sadly, Dwayne Johnson, who I mentioned earlier in this reading, on a video when the things happened with Hawaii. Was that Hawaii's incident, or something happened where they were asking for sponsorships, or money, funding, and stuff like that. And I got the same feeling when I saw their video. It was just like this eerie feeling, but it's almost like you're seeking pity for a cause where I'm not even sure people understand they're doing this. They're like a pawn piece. I don't know. But they're walking like they're a king or a queen piece on the chessboard. I don't know, but, well, I do know. But, that's how I feel about it. And it just makes me angry because he told her this, and even how she took it, she was like, yeah, that's crazy. Like where she's sometimes, because I've had friends, I'm sorry if I'm all over the place, and that's why I said I wanted to get a better grip on this before I even discussed it. But I've had friends where I would know they're going back and reporting new findings about me, my theories, or what I know and stuff like that. And I will purposely tell them those things. It wouldn't be lies. Just see, like if it would come back to me, because I know it ain't gonna come back to me. Because most of the time, these people who are reporting back, they're just a piece. They're chess piece, literally. They don't know no ins and outs or nothing, and it's scary for them. It should be scary for them to walk that type of line, because you never know who you offend, and then you end up being a part of this scheme that I was talking about earlier with the family, where you offend another big family because you're just a pawn piece, and because somebody hired you and delegated a task to you and stuff like that. And then not knowing your family already put you on the line. So you already fucked yourself so many ways. So when I see people, it seems like they're swimming in the water of sharks. They're, catering to the bullies, like feeding into the bullies, but they're doing it in a way that's so cringe, like it's cringy, like it's so deceptive. I don't understand how they can do that. And then it be our blood family. And I'm not even trying to talk down on y'all. So if I accidentally say y'all and stuff like that, I'm not trying to, act holier than thou. I was adopted, if y'all new here, and I was a part of many families. Not that I like went from foster home to foster home, but I did go to multiple foster homes, more than one in my life. And there was times where I just had to be a foster kid when not officially being placed as a foster kid. And it seems like I was always that easy one to go, or easy one to throw to the curb. And I always thought it's because I don't share the blood with nobody. I don't share their same blood. And so I expect it. I expect them to choose me and me be the first to go. There was this time, like, I got into it with a Caucasian girl, and like I already made up in my mind. I'm like, I'm not gonna do nothing to her first, because if I do something to her, and honestly, I didn't even want to hit her in general, hurt her, physically touch her at all, because I'm like, I just know how the world is. Even if it may not happen, they're not gonna listen to my story as much as they're gonna listen to her story. Even if it's not true, it's a possibility that can happen. And then so this happened. I mean, I was thinking these thoughts as the situation was going on. Okay. And then I find out after the incident happens that the girl wanted me to hit her first. I wasn't going to hit her. I wanted her to hit me. On purpose. She wanted me to hit her on purpose. So I had to think like that in the moment. But some of us don't even get a chance to think in the moment because we don't know who we're playing for. We don't know the possibilities. We don't know the results of what's going to actually happen. It's not always our fault. But sometimes it is. But just knowing that, it keeps you safe. Knowing how people ain't going to be on your side. Not to pity yourself. Nah. And Pisces, they're prone to being people who pity themselves a lot. A lot of them are prone to, vices. They probably went to rehab many times, got in trouble criminally, because of vices and stuff like that. Whatever it is, they're prone to that because of this pressure they end up feeling. They try to escape. We tried to escape, right? From these type of things. So, if you understand what trap is set out there for you, where is there going to be room for pity? Where? Pity can't even fit there. But if you pretend to know or don't want to acknowledge what may possibly happen, you will end up in the places where you're basically, it seems like a lot of Pisces in this energy, at least, they try to beat people to that punch, but they're doing it in a destructive way. Imagine if you took that same energy, that same logic, and beat people to the punch for it. You wouldn't even go to the pity. Sometimes I associate Pisces with, being a pissy Pisces. Pissy drunk or pissy as in mad. Maybe you thinking the world owes you something, which they probably do. But probably not in the ways that you're thinking. So that could have been, a big, huge message or lesson for a Pisces, especially. And then so when we're in these sacrifice, like when we know we're the sacrifice, when we know we're this and that, it's going to be even easier for you to cut a lot of these family off. Because some of us stay in family because they're family. We're thinking we're never supposed to turn our back on family because that's blood. That's what bonds us. But they're not thinking that way. So you got to think about the possibility of the reality that may surface from this. You could be dealing with another water sign, okay? So let's get you some synchronicities. Teeth, okay? It's also giving me teeth, something about teeth. Even someone needing to be grateful, jade. Yeah, someone's even is giving me like jaded. Someone's feeling nonchalant about certain things as well. Someone's probably even overly excited. Someone's also getting too comfortable with a situation as well. Nova, okay, in reverse. That's even giving me the asteroid, like supernova and stuff. Like even how something's gonna happen. It could look small from far away, and then once it gets closer, it's too late. Or someone's thinking about that, but someone's name could be that or that. Affair. Someone's had an affair. Garden. It's giving me like Garden of Eden, like even disobedience and stuff like that. Tax. Probably evading something, taxes in reverse, dean in reverse, even checks and balances. Someone could have lost their parents or just lost a father figure as well. Carl, okay, his name could be Carl. Also, like the CEO of Cash App, isn't his name like Bob Carl or Carl? I always forget. Sorry. Okay, she. Okay, God's shoe could be close to your air sign. Could be significant. Warden. Okay, or I was warning you for something other about the others. Warden in a prison. Okay, a group of people. See, they mess with somebody, and it was giving me that. When I was talking about the group of families. They offend. They offend this group, and the group ends up, being like, okay, well, such and such just had a baby. They start evaluating everybody in the family. It's like, well, such and such, nobody gonna miss them. Everybody, like he gets on everybody's nerves, or she gets on everybody's nerves, or whatever. We'll do this person. And then sometimes, once they submit your name, they will be rejected right then. It won't be a secret rejection once they get to a hitman or whoever these people is they got to answer to. They will get rejected. Be like, oh, no, I can't do that one. Nah. Anyone but that one. How about that? And some of them probably even have to, do two because they submitted the wrong one. So sometimes even the people or you will be defending these people, and they will have you in this delusion, like these people have voted against you, smiling in your face. They voted against you. They wish you drop dead at any moment. They wish they get that phone call and say it's done. They don't have to worry about nobody coming back no more to retaliate against them. And then they'll be sitting there defending this family. Or you'll be sitting there defending this family, not knowing that they already put you on at stake. And God is allowing you to do this to see if you're even open to the discernment God is giving you. Applying the knowledge and wisdom that you were able to finally get and stuff like that. And then these the sacrifice, whether it's you or someone else that they'll end up seeing their family's true colors. And sometimes they'll see it and believe it, but sometimes they'll see it and don't believe it because they believe family is family. But that's how serious these families are. They don't care if you find out their true colors, because their life is more important than yours, or their loved one's life is more important than yours. Okay, you are the easier choice. People will start looking at their toes, looking up in the air and the ceiling. Not me. Or I already told you. Like, really, you feel like that? Or you were trying to do this? You were trying to do that? The ash tree means mastery. Woodson. What's his name? Carnegie Woodson? I'm sorry. What is it? Is it with a C? I don't know. But he's a famous historian, I think. Professor, a teacher, could be significant. Woods, even something in the woods, or leave someone in the woods, kidnap someone. Someone's could even have a cabin or a neutral meeting place. They meet in the woods, limb by limb. Someone could also have something wrong with their limbs, and this could also be an indicator that a attempt was made on your life, and God just wanted you to have the bullet, like figuratively, you could have had a bullet graze you, but like had a bullet graze you to know that somebody's shooting, like, or somebody's willing to shoot you, willing to let those fucking bullets go past you. I was watching another short. I don't know what the movie it was from, but I believe the plot was where it was a girl. She was dating girls or marrying girls or women, and every partner, she was a serial killer. I don't know, but they died or ended up dying, and she would collect the insurance money. And this clip I saw, one of the women she was with, I guess, I thought it was her son or something, but she ended up they were in the woods, and she pushed her off the cliff, and hoping that she fell and died. and she saw that when she pushed her, the body was gone, so she went looking for the body. And then so because the girl that was pushed and died, she now knows the true colors of this person. She like, oh man, my wife is trying to kill me, or my girlfriend. I don't know who she was at the time, but I know she was a partner. Seemed like, and then so she's like, oh man, my girlfriend's trying to kill me. And so she was looking for her. It was like, baby, like, baby, come here, I didn't mean to, and stuff like that, like with a sweet voice. And the girl was hiding. She was injured and everything. She was hiding, and she was quiet, and she was trying not to make a sound and not to move so she wouldn't see her. But she was able to get a peek at the girl who pushed her and see her face as she's calling her. And when her face as she was calling her, she was looking like, she was like, man, I'm mad that I didn't actually kill her, or stuff like that. She was disappointed, or she was angry. It showed her true colors. Her face showed her true colors, but she was yelling like, baby, I'm sorry, or she was saying something as if she was on her side, or, are you okay, and stuff like that. And she really wasn't. So something like that is very significant for you, Pisces. And, please don't take it lightly when you hear you were the sacrifice, or don't think it's a conspiracy theory. Don't think, just because they're your family, it can't be true or possible that they actually did this and they've been smiling in your face all these years. It's possible. All right. They do that, all right, to make sure that even they pay their debt. They got to pay their debt. Did a reading about that. They poached you because they were also poached. Same with criminal records. If they get another fish on the hook, they could get let off the hook, all right? The shit that they committed, the crimes they committed, has shit to do with you. But because they want to get out, they pickle their end. They don't want it to fuck up their reputation and tarnish them, their future and shit like that. They rather fuck with yours because it's so clean. It's probably not even clean, but you're the easier option. And that's sad. That is so fucking sad. Then we got Ted, King Teddy, my daddy, my buddy. And King Teddy, they took him out and said, something was wrong with his leg. But he had to rule before that, he was ruling at a young age. And I believe he was ruling before that. He was ruling at 9. It says he was ruling at 9. He died not soon after, something around that time. But I believe he was ruling way before that, like at 3. But yeah, and that's why they ultimately wanted to kill King Teddy, because he wasn't an easy, it wasn't an easy choice. He wasn't an easy obstacle to remove out the way. He wasn't easy, But before that, they killed his parents, His parents died. His mother, they stuffed his mother's mouth with cards, with paper, because she was a truth teller. They killed his dad. And I used to know it by heart. Who was actually, ultimately Amun-Ra, reincarnation of Amun-Ra, more associated with Amun-Ra, because King Ramses, he's more associated with Father God Ra, but Amun-Ra, he's more associated with Father God Tut's basically energy, King Tut's energy of his dad. But so and his mother, I know her name, but it's not coming to me right now. But that doesn't matter. But yet she was a truth teller. So it's like, divine masculine, divine feminine energy. They got the parents out the way. So they thought it would be easy to get the dynasty, the kingdom. Because when King Teddy was ruling, it was during the last dynasties of when ancient Kemet was around, or at least, when Egypt was ruled by melanated people, from what I understand. Because Mommy Mary Cleopatra, she was the last pharaoh. She was the youngest pharaoh, and then part of the last dynasty before everything fell off with ancient Kemet or ancient Egypt. But I believe more so Egypt with Cleopatra. So, it was changed from ancient Kemet to Egypt, and because the Europeans, which represents the E in Egypt, took over the gypsies, the magical people who were already magical, okay? And it makes sense that they were already magical. Look what happened to Teddy. And things happened before that. But it more so started happening. The conquering started happening around Teddy's era. And, I saw or some of us seen what they've done to his tomb. Like they went through his tomb, raiding his tomb. It's almost like somebody's ransacking or going through people's shit. Is that the thing? Ramaging through people's things without their permission and stuff like that, because they have no regard for you, or they don't think you're that powerful. You're the easier choice. You're easy to get out the way. You can't say nothing and stuff like that. And then they found his tomb, like his tomb, and his tomb had the most value in it, but his parents went before him. So something like that is very significant as well. It was also giving me the story of Batman and Bruce Wayne, how he was Bruce Wayne when he was a little child. He was, his parents were robbed and killed in front of him. But we come to find out, or he comes to find out, they did that so that they knew the company was going to go to him. His parents had Wayne Enterprises. The company was going to go to him, but he was too young to be able to make decisions over that. So people would settle for those positions and be able to like move things around before the real heir is coming of age as well. So a lot of this could have happened to you, as a young child, and you don't even know you don't even know you come from money, because somebody did this when you were really young, especially if your parents died at a young age too, when you were young, or even them, they could have died at a really young age and they were still rich, because they were probably born, okay, from their womb, I've been rich, okay. 5-star chick, that's a 5-star chick, okay. 5-star chick, Yo Gotti, Gucci Mane, Trina, and Nicki Minaj. Those names and initials could be significant as well. So, so stuff in King Tutty's mother's mouth, to shut her up and stuff like that, claiming that King Tut had, something wrong. His leg made him die. His whole body died, his whole body died just from his leg. So things like that as well, because they're so, people think, I feel like they just could plug those small little details to make nobody ask questions, or just to, it gives me a bridge that has holes in it, and then they'll put those little details in it so that people could still just walk over the bridge and not think much of it, they put something temporary over these holes so people can walk over it but not notice they're holes that, if this thing is not covering it, it could really hurt you, if you fall in this hole or something like that. You don't know that. So it's enough to keep things moving and not ask questions. So now these things that they use to cover up, they're dismantling, they're melting, and, and stuff like that. And people are falling in themselves. They thought, those covers were strong enough to even hold up themselves. And now they're just giving out and stuff like that. Even a lot of the people who help keep these secrets, they thought it was going to be, it was going to help them get out of the situation if these people passed on before, something got out about this. But honestly, some of these deaths kind of made certain people be out of luck, or will make them be out of luck, because now they don't have proof, certain proofs, they thought they were buried with people to try to hide. They will probably need it, to convince someone, or, as leverage as well, ammo. But, they're going to need it to, cover up something else that maybe what they were really trying to cover up and hoping this person died for, or, maybe was a part of their death for, isn't really the main thing that they could get in trouble for, but this is the main thing. So, yeah, so Ziki, okay, Ziki as well, Kiki, Zizi, all right, Cicely Tyson could be one of your angels. Tyson, that name could be very significant for someone. Someone could be a boxer, but I'm also getting a brand deal. Yeah, see, a deal could come out, but something with her death could be significant as well. Masego, Mace Go, is giving me that even as well. It's even how you like would spray something, and you wouldn't like, you would, if you spray pepper spray, you wouldn't want to be in that area anymore. You'll hurry up and leave, or or maybe you'll get a whiff of it because you sprayed it and you're just in that vicinity as well. And they're like, yeah, move out, clear it out, or they're gonna clear something out. Maybe tear gas could be significant about something as well. A raid, I'm getting as well. Ice, wow. Wow, ice in reverse. Okay. But I didn't even write this as ICE organization. I wrote this as like, whatever it could be associated with. So, something like that is very significant. Oh goodness. Oh my God. Randall. Okay. That's even giving me Hemdahl. Hemdahl is a part of the Viking heritage lineage, but he's known as like the whistleblower, or like he's the trumpet announcer. He'd be like, hey, he'll tell the people like when danger is coming, because he's like, he guards the gate, but he guards that gate that's way in front of the main gate. Okay. And I was just talking about that with the proof that people thought other people died with, or they thought they buried because people died. And I did a reading like a month ago about like these girls being twins, or actually twins, and they thought death, or making them disappear or something like that is going to cover up their tracks, or cover up the consequences, delete the consequences. But yeah, and so that could be significant as well. Twins could be significant, girl twins especially. But they thought, once they found this twin, so they'll find a twin, or they'll find their twin that they didn't know about for a long time. And some of them will tell people they found their twin, but some people won't. Or they will, kind of deny it and stuff like that, and then kind of separate from them. So that it would look like, oh, I only met them one time. They claimed they were my twin sister. They claimed we had the same mother, or they knew these people, and so they would kind of distance themselves, like so it's really like I wouldn't know where they ended up, like I saw them that one time, but they were a part of that, as well. A similar thing actually happened to my mother as well. Before my mom passed on, I was in foster care, and my mom used to come visit me, and she used to dance with the lady who adopted me in the living room. But at this time, I was a foster kid, so and so my mom thought they were close. They were growing close with each other, and so much that like I thought so too, and I think the lady who adopted me did too, But that was the mask, that was the smiling face, obviously. And so when she passed on, or when we were notified that my mom had passed on, she told the coroners, the lady who adopted me, was taking care of me, she told the coroners that she didn't know my mom at first. And then they was like, well, she said she got you, we only knew where you lived and stuff like that. We knew your numbers, we knew your information because she had your information on her mirror. How I don't know if people still do that, but like sometimes on the mirror we used to put like pictures of like in the cracks and stuff around the mirror, and my mom had like a piece of paper with her name and address and stuff obviously written on it. And she tried to deny it at first. She's like, oh, I take care of her daughter. But then she tried to say it as if she didn't know the name, because my mom's name is Urissa. Okay, so she was trying to say it as if she didn't recognize the name, but she was trying to backpedal basically, so. And who knows, that could have even been God sending someone there, like what if they knew like this lady is not this woman's sister, she's not their sister, but we gonna go there and see, or God made them, led them to go there just to see how this is gonna play out. They weren't looking for, like who could be a part of it as well. They were just trying to notify someone, and they didn't even know or they did know that she was taking care of me, and stuff like that. She had to say that, right? So this is the type of thing they would do. You know, they will hide things, and then once they find out they're caught, they will backpedal, and then they were trying to make it seem like they didn't, quite understand it and stuff like that. So this is also giving me an interrogation. This could be coming up for someone, for a Pisces, about a Pisces and stuff like that, or this happened very recently, or just in the past as well. Similar thing happened, and this could help you connect the dots. All right, or it will. Dro, okay, in reverse. So someone also could have claimed someone was doing drugs, okay? But or maybe someone's only drug is dro, is weed, is tree, is all that, or maybe they were saying like someone is selling drugs, selling weed and stuff like that. But this cell is spelled CELL, which is like jail cell, as well. It's also giving me like Duracell battery, something about that as well. Cello, someone also could play a musical instrument or a string instrument. Or it's also giving me like cholo, like I lean like a cholo side to side, elbows back, side to side, lean like a cholo side to side. But yeah, or that could just identify who was involved or something like that. Someone could like wear cholos a lot, stuff like that. Wait, is that the car? I don't know. Wait, no, they call people who wear like white t-shirts and Dickies cholos, right? I don't know. Shit. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, and then we got love in reverse, unrequited love. So see, and then I was just talking about the story with my mother and the lady who adopted me. Like we all thought and were under the impression that like things were cool, or they were at least close enough to for her to know if someone was coming to ask about her. But I believe she did know. But anyway. As well, and so, and even with that, just not I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna just leave from this, because I kind of like I barely got comfortable talking about this type of stuff very recently, like over the years. Like I couldn't talk about my mother, like I couldn't mention her name without crying. I couldn't, like, for years, decades, over a decade at least. I couldn't mention her name without crying. I couldn't, like, when someone asked me about my mother, I would start crying, and I got to the point where it would hurt so bad where I would act like I didn't have a mother who passed on. I would just, tell people the lady who adopted me was my mother, and I wouldn't get, into that type of thing as well. So yeah, then we got Neptune here. Wow, Pisces energy, but King Neptune could be close to you. Yeah, and then Pisces is highly associated with the mermaid kingdom as well. Also, like you could be dealing with the Aquarius, very close to Aquarius, or you had a falling out with Aquarius or another Pisces. And Neptune could be the mother of dreams. Someplace really cold as well, or someone was really cold. Someone gave you the cold shoulder. Somebody's trying to give someone the cold shoulder as well. Trayvon, Trevon, but it could be spelled any type of way, but especially that way. Donica, okay. I always look at how niece is highlighted here, because it's DonniecA. Okay, Donnie, okay, as well, with the IE, but any type of way. Bank of America. Boa, but this could be snake. But I wrote it as Boa, like as someone's name. Even Rocky Balboa, right? Boxer. Karen. I thought this said Korean, okay. Even foreign, someone's foreign or Asian. Gail as well. Peaches in reverse. It's giving me Georgia, Cubano, Cuban. A lot of Spanish speaking energy is in this energy as well. Katie, Caitlin, nanny. Maybe you had a Spanish speaking nanny or a caregiver. Timmy, okay. Timmy was an average kid and no one understand. Mom and Dad and Vicky always giving him commands. Patchwork. You do not do the pen is wrong. It's broken instantly. And his magic little fist grants every wish. And in reality, there is our parents, barely our parents, wands and wings, floaty crowning things. Our parents, fairly our parents, pink flower, hot fruit, summer dew, spring brown, lavender juice, giant snake, birthday cake, Mars, fudge, chocolate shake. Our parents, barely our parents. You flipped your lid when you were a kid with very our parents. Yeah, right. Okay, so Vicky, someone's mom and dad. Yeah, parents are very significant. Timmy, okay. Cosmo, Wanda, Anissa, Nisa, Issa, Tyson comes out officially. Kiara, Tiara, Crown Chakra, Judge in reverse, okay. Or someone ruled against something. I thought they said damn, or something like that. Damn. Martin Lawrence. But Damon, it says Damon, okay. Someone also could have played this role. I was getting Ted Cruz playing Damon on Friday After Next, okay. Politician, politics. I'm also getting Ice Cube's group, or the group Ice Cube was in. Nigga with attitude. Easy E could be one of your angels. Rich, okay. Rich homie Quan could be one of your angels. Speaking of angels, angel of mine, okay. Latimer, okay. And I always looked at time in that name. So like, yeah, it's time is very significant, or someone's trying to, put the time together, the issues together. Olivia, or Livid, or someone's life, time of your life. Girls just wanna have fun. Oh, girls just wanna have fun. Cyndi Lauper, okay, those names could be significant initials. Jimmy, Trumpet, okay, yes, him doll is out here. So yeah, him doll be like, I was talking about him doll earlier. Yeah, he be at the way outside gate. He be at that security booth in the gate, okay. Did you hear what happened to the last security guards? Man, you ain't even hear what happened to the last security guards. But yeah, so, he be at that booth, and he'll kind of yell, like, he'll yell at, the big people and be like, yeah, they trying to come up in here, or, yeah, we see a big crowd approaching the gate or something like that, before they even get to approach the gate, like, so it's like someone is going to be stopped in their tracks, like they think they're going to get past security. They got this whole plan, scheme mapped out and shit like that. It's not going to happen like that. This happened in May, okay, but someone's name is May, Dominique, okay, winning, okay, you about to win, okay. I don't want to know. I thought they said Decepticon. DiCaprio in reverse. So someone was lying, and I was getting that as well. But Leonardo, a Leo, could be significant. Sage, okay, a guide as well, but someone's name could be Sage, or even Thanksgiving, a holiday, or where they use sage. Christmas, Reitz, Reitz, okay. I also got German from that as well. Russian, I don't know if it's really that type of name, but it could be that. Switzerland and stuff like that. Latricia, Lakaya, Latricia, and then we got Lekia, okay, respectively. Nima, I thought that said Nana, okay. Someone's grandma could be significant, okay. And then we got Judge, Selena, and then we got so I was getting also, like, with the Selena, Celine could be one of your angels. Like, she was supposed to get out, the lady who murdered Selena, she's supposed to, or she got out this year, or did it happen? I don't know. I always forget to do it, because that's another thing that makes me mad as well. But yeah, so someone also could be being evaluated, or someone also could have protest, or they're against whatever someone's trying to make happen for you. Thank you for the 4th like, and may God bless you just for that. Yeah, they're protest or object. Yeah. I'm like, what is the word? Okay, like at a wedding or something like that too. So a wedding could be significant, or a marriage, or a divorce, or something like that. Marriage type of relationship, in-laws, step parents and stuff like that. Muddle in reverse, tax, or even claiming, or it's like category, like how they categorize people. So maybe a family married, a person married into the family took over stuff. Did a reading about that, names that ruin history. Okay, Brown was one of them. Not to say all Browns will ruin history, because that's not the case. But Brown, I always think about Brown when I'm thinking about the names that ruin history. That was one of the first names that ruined history, and it was just an easier name to give people because it just um described what was the color of their skin as well, but it also tried to make it seem like you weren't valuable enough to care about, as well. So there it is, more like outcast type of energy, or how people look at you as well. So that name Brown could be significant. It don't have to be Brown. And then even if you are a part of those names that did ruin history, you God always, like ultimately, wants you to win, especially if you've been obedient and stuff like that. God is not gonna let people crucify you anymore. So God gives you God gave you what you ultimately, were supposed to be in, like the redemption your bloodline was supposed to receive as well, and I keep thinking about Chris Brown, like that's proof that it's not a name that ruined history. You see how successful he is, also, like even the sons, Dwayne Johnson keeps coming out, but Johnson, the son of John, and John is one of the beginning, and doesn't his book in the Bible like start with in the beginning? No, that's Genesis. But it's like a specific thing John says at the beginning. Is it love? I don't know, but anyway. But it's something about love, I think. I don't know, I can't remember. It's particular, it's sticking out though. It's important. All right, so that may be a clue for somebody. But yeah, so John, which is also someone who Jesus loved really so much. So much, a lot. He was really loved by Jesus. Okay, they were cousins, and stuff like that. So a cousin really loves you, or you were really close to a cousin, or like a cousin doesn't play about you, or you don't play about a certain cousin. That's significant as well. But you really love this person as well. But yeah, so John is at the top, and then and then it trickles down, and then John, is related to like the doe, and doe, names with doe, it was just a way to identify, you identify someone because you can't identify them, so you put them in this category. So like, and that's why I said like the names ruin history, because some of these people had these names, and they took over the people who were entitled to this stuff at first, the assets, and no, just being the name in general. They took the name, they married into the name, and took it as if the name was born into their stuff, and it really wasn't that. And it makes a difference, because when it comes to legacy and lineages and stuff like that, generational curses, not knowing who you about to have to pay back. Ooh, okay. So somebody about to get in trouble. Ooh, Venus. Okay, so a Cancer, a Taurus. I was just talking about Chris Brown, but I was getting at like, ooh, somebody about to get in trouble. But that could also be like a sensual ooh as well. But Taurus, Cancer, and Libra could be significant. But someone's name could be Venus, like the planet. Okay, Venus is also the daughter of Gaia and Uranus. Oh yeah. Sorry. Oh bad. Nas, okay, Nazir Jones. Yeah, and then I was thinking about John Doe again, Jane Doe. Someone also could be like finding a body that they couldn't identify as well. Weaver in reverse. Spiders, you could be seeing that, but someone's name could be that. Albert, Shannon, okay. O'Shannon, O'Bannon, okay. O'Bannon, Albert, nah, gonna have a good time. Hey. Okay, someone could look like Fab Albert. Someone could look like Keenan. Is that his name? Yarn. Someone could also crochet as well. The yard could be significant. Junior, someone could be a junior in college or junior in high school, where they go, like their school has a place that's called a yard. Okay. Asher, Howard, Berg, Burge. Okay. The GE is sticking out. It's giving me George. Okay. Cosmic. Okay. Cosmo. Wow. Cosmic and Cosmo. And I was just singing that song from that show, Fairly Odd Parents. Okay. Kayala, Q-U-I-A-L-A. Allah is sticking out to me. Kamala could be significant. Brandy. Oh, this says Brady. Okay. Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Yeah, this family is very significant. Itch. Or something running in the family is giving me that. Salamander. Solomon, King Solomon. Something runs in the family. Kingship. Royalty. Queen Elizabeth could be one of your angels. Someone's name could be Elizabeth as well. Okay. Elizabeth was also Mary's sister in the Bible, Mother Mary's sister. And during a time where Jesus and John, well, John was actually being conceived most of the time, that Jesus and Mary and Father Joseph basically had to live with Elizabeth and John, Elizabeth, John, and I think his name is Zacharias, the father. Sorry. But yeah, so basically Mother Mary's family had to live with Elizabeth's family, and Elizabeth didn't think it was enough room for two incredible children under the same roof. Okay. As well, so something about favoritism could be significant, and this kind of why, like, people outcasted you as well, like they just favored another person, and they didn't think there was any room for you. That's why you're easily disposed. Thursday, something about Thursday. I thought that also said Thurston. Okay. Katrina, Louisiana. O'Neill, Neil. Someone's gonna end up at someone's feet. That's giving me that. I don't care what they say about me. Andy in reverse, and then we got Leo in reverse. Okay. And I mentioned Leo earlier, so this probably wasn't a good Leo. Latoya. Okay. It's spelled like Latoya Luckett, Letoya, but it could be spelled anyway as well. Journey in reverse. Tweety, Dill in reverse. So Journey, Tweety, and Dill. Tweety was always chased by Sylvester and Tweety mysteries. And then they eventually ended up, kind of teaming up together. They realized, why are we chasing each other? Okay, so somebody could be reconciling with an enemy, or someone who pit you guys against each other purposely to make you enemies, so you won't ever make this alliance ultimately as well. Okay. But Journey is in reverse, or so they could also, this could be proof of like them trying to stop your journey, making this deal with someone who you used to always chase, or maybe you really want this person as in love as well. Fi, okay. Yin, a young nigga. Okay. This person wanted you since they was a young nigga. Okay. And then we got Jacqueline, Jackie, Jacquees, I was getting Maya, Myla, but it could be spelled like Mila as well. I'm getting discern. Yeah. God is telling you, like, it's very important to discern. Okay. It's very important to discern, because the way your role of a sacrifice is changing. Okay. Basically, you can't get out of being a sacrifice. So you might, if you can't beat them, join them type of shit. When in Rome, do as the Romans do, but like be the best sacrifice. Okay. Know what they have, what kind of traps that people have set, but also, move in a way where you're expecting people to set traps. Okay. Even if they don't. Michael, okay. And I spelled this Michael like Might, Cal. Okay. Might, the might of God. Okay. Sekhmet could also be close to you. The second I met you, Pope. Okay. Or they thought you was a very important person, but the Pope could be one of your angels. The Pope that passed on not too long ago. Heron. Hayden, okay. Harden, okay. Nigger, okay. Or maybe this person was a hardcore racist, or someone was a hardcore racist. Karen, or they snitched on everything, or made big deals out of everything. Okay. Nana, a person who took care of you as well. But Hatfield, Hattie, Haiti. Someone could be Haitian. Mark, I thought that said Mac as well. So MACK as well. Mark, yeah, they targeted you. See, you were the thing. Adam Cell, the first man sold you, or the first man that saw you the second they met you, they wanted to sell you or something like that. Ronnie, in reverse, Tupac, okay, a Gemini could be significant. Aries, temple, a church, yeah, they were doing this, and we had Pope out here. Tala, they were following you as well, or in your tail, or they were getting ass, or taking people ass. All right, anyway. Catherine in reverse, Era, ARA, or Ava, okay. Eva, Newt, okay. And Newt is actually the original Eve or Lilith, okay. Lilith is the real Eve, all right. But the Adam and Eve story, we just say that easily. But Newt was with Jeb, so it was Newt and Jeb first, okay. But when they were, Adam and Eve per se, there was no need for, or they actually didn't have enough temptation. So much God was like, okay, that's all good and dandy, because that's all they did was Jeb and Nut, okay? Drink it, but drink it. All I want to do is drink it, but Chris Brown, liquor. But yeah, that's all they did was Jeb and Nut. All right, that's all they did. I did. Okay, so Earth sign and Aquarius could be significant, okay? But yeah, so... yeah, then God was like, that's all good and dandy. I like to see how I'm having fun and stuff, but can you multiply? Can we get some more faces up in here? Okay. Can we get some more faces? I want grandbabies, okay? And then so they populated the earth, okay? And Seth was actually one of Newt's kids, and then eventually being one of Eve's kids as well. Someone's like named, like the name of the generations or something. Like they carry on the generation, so you could be like a first or second or third, like those type of. But you could be a junior or a senior as well. But those type of names could be significant as well. Set, wow. Second, wow, that's his. So a mother and a son is rich, okay. Or they about to be rich because we got rich in between them, or money could have tried to come in between a mother and a son, or a mother probably sold out her son for money. Take it as a resonator. Cop, okay. It says Cooper, but I saw cop first. All right, so something about a cop could be significant, but Cooper, copper, you know how they used to say coppers back in the day, or like some countries even call cops coppers as well. But also for like money, cars, or jewelry, fine things, temptation. Seth is also someone known in history that people blamed a lot on, but he was that uncle. He was that uncle who showed everybody the way, didn't play about his loved ones though. Good big brother and stuff like that. Like really a good person all around. But after he died, basically, or when history mentions him, they mention him as a bad person. Look at that. Then we got Watts. Okay, Alan Watts could be significant as well. Bands in the coop, busting out the roof. Okay, so that money. Cardi B, a Libra woman, could be very significant. All right, Shaq. Someone could be really tall. A man could be really tall. Nicole, Nikki. Okay, Nicki Minaj. I mentioned her earlier. Is that her real name, or is it Nikki? Donkey. Someone's riding in on a horse. That's giving me also Jesus energy. Brook. Okay, that's also giving me river. Lie by the stream. You can relax now. Rad. Okay. In reverse, you ain't got to do nothing bad. Okay, that could be Ra as well. Rad energy. Interrogate. What this say? Interrogator. Oh wow, I was getting that earlier. Joey. In reverse, Job. A job. Or they gonna be asked question, interviewed at a job, or a job interview could be significant. Higby. I thought that said hillbilly as well. T.I. Original. It was giving me original energy. IT as well, or you're like at the top as well, or like an executive of something. Patricia, or that name Trisha, Tracy. Okay, Reese. As well could be significant. August. Reeves. Wow. Like Kiana, but I thought that said Reese's, okay, like the candy, so someone could like that, but their name could be that. Stan in reverse, okay, or someone started off as a Stan, but now they're a genuine fan. I don't know. Kiara, Naomi, okay? Or someone's feeling God shining on them, feeling like they're blessed. I mentioned Mother Mary earlier. When she found out she was pregnant with Jesus, she was like, I always imagine her, when she says this with a big old smile on her face. So she's like, oh, they're gonna call me blessed. Like, they're gonna call me blessed. Like, your mission is important. Bella in reverse. Belle, Beauty and the Beast. That story could be significant as well. Someone's dad, or someone's really close to their dad, or they could be a daddy's girl, messenger of the dad, MVP, or this dad is very important. He's a very important person. He's VIP, most valued player. So it's getting Kobe energy. So a basketball player. Oh yeah, O'Neal, Kobe, Shaq and Kobe. When they used to play on the Lakers, LA could be significant. Tigger, okay. Also, that's Tyga, like the rapper, but I was also getting Tigger from Winnie the Pooh. Okay, as I'm saying it says Whitney. Okay, so Winnie, someone's name could be Winnie. Okay, like Winnie the Pooh, Roy Pooh, you mean as well. But also Whitney Houston as well. But also Newt comes out again, and her name means the seed that fruitifies the earth. She provides the covering, okay, as well. Hathor could also be close to you. Someone also could be tired of ruling, okay, tired. They want to step down. They can't wait till these motherfuckers, find out things, or, get their shit back as well. Like, come get your shit, all right? Inmate, okay. So someone also could be collecting something from jail as well. Jesse was David's dad, okay? So a dad could also be getting out of jail. I'm also getting that show with Kerry Washington and what's his name? Danny Glover. Is that Danny Glover in there? Unprisoned, okay? Dread, or someone's dreading to see their dad as well. Lark, okay? Mo, OB, OBGYN, a doctor could be significant. Wall, or someone's getting out the hospital, okay? Aura, that was getting me also coma, or surgery could be significant. Tamika, Finn, in reverse. Corey could be one of your angels. He's from the Glee cast, or anybody from the Glee cast on the other side. Also getting like those shows with the curses, or they claim got the curses, like Glee and Moesha, Martin. And I mentioned all those people today. Or Brandy, Martin, Lawrence show. It's another show. I'm missing it. Is it Baywatch? Or someone's name could be Bay as well. But or you used to watch that show a lot, Baywatch, or there's someone saying you look like a babe off Baywatch, or whether you're a man or a woman. Okay, Bryant, okay, Liam, Shira as well, Reba as well. Queen of Sheba is another form of Cleopatra, Mommy Mary Cleo, okay, Lady Cleo, okay, Lady Sheba, or old lady, or see, you're very important as well. Myra, we got Myla earlier. Bert, B-E-R-T, Bert and Ernie, okay, Ernie, or you earned it. Lauren, okay. Deshaun, twin, wow, twin came out. Yeah, somebody is a twin in this energy. Maya, M-Y-A. Yemaya could also be your angel as well. Orishas have killing energy. Is she the first Orisha to come out? I feel like I said somebody else. Ogun could be close to you as well. Rock the boat. The Capricorn woman could be significant. Aaliyah, a little girl twin. Annie, yeah, a little girl was Annie, or you grew up like Annie. Tune, or you tuned in at the age of Annie in that movie Annie. Lump. Also, something about Cancer could be significant. Arnett, A-R-N-E-T, internet. Someone also could have like diagnosed you, or someone needs a second opinion. Dee, Michael, okay. Archangel Michael, or Michael Jackson could be close to you as your angels. Eunice, you nice. Or you somebody niece instead. Daisha, Sue, Dasu. or someone's trying to sue somebody. Ashley, Ashlee. Joanna in reverse. Do you want to sue? Isis, or your sister? Are you going to sue your sister? Isis is sister as well, or a brother is taking up for their sister, their little sister, Layla, or a sister figure, Leela. Leilah, but it can be spelled anyway. All right. Pa, okay, in reverse, or someone's mother. Ja, God, okay. Mother God, Father God, okay. Papa God, Papa coming home, about to get our Offset, okay. Cardi B's ex, right? Jeb, okay. Both Jeb came out. What took you so long, Jeb? Handler, okay. So somebody's husband was a handler. Oh, wow. And we spoke a lot about that today. Equilla, okay, that's my real name, y'all. This your girl, Quill, but my name is Equilla. It's really Equilla Clark, okay? Both of those names came out. Corley, okay? Corley. I also was getting that singer Corian. I think that's how you say her name. Period, okay? Period, sorry. But someone could be like period who say it like that. Ruby in reverse, or this person was worth rubies or wasn't worth shit, okay. Ari, Arry, okay. Jaybird, all the little birds on Jaybird Street. A lark, yeah. A singer, or a singing man, Drew. Singing man group, Drew Hill, is spelled Dru, okay. And then we have Gaia here, Earth sign man, could be significant. Uranus, he was an asshole. That's in reverse, but also look at Uranus as like Uranus as well. Uranus is also a rebellious planet, okay, or somebody doesn't want to fight anymore. Firestone, tires. Someone could have bust someone's tires as well. Space, okay, or they were trying to give you some space. Kiosha, Ocean. Oshun could be significant. Shoot you in. A water sign could be significant. Especially a Pisces. Walker, Wiggins, okay, someone could wear a wig. Gina, Aura, Ora, but aura, like your space around you, your bubble. Mystic, or someone's trying to infiltrate your energy. Marcus, mark you as well, or he was marked. Christinka, or by the stink bitch. Feather, message, or she told you, or someone tried to tell you. Son, a Leo, or someone's son. Denial, or someone's son was rejected or denied. Someone denied being someone's son. I'm also getting brother energy, brother or family energy about that. D'Angelo could be one of your angels. A singer, a man singer, is very significant. Friday, Tariq, okay. Tarik. Also, when I see that, I see Malik spelled like that, but Malik, okay. Vlad, an interview. Yeah, or someone went on a platform, okay, but someone's name could be Vlad, okay. Fish, or when someone was pregnant. Davidson, okay, someone's son. Tommy could be significant. Justin Bieber. These men singers, okay. Brianna, Breaunna, but it could be spelled any type of way, okay. Dodo. A music teacher. Marquise, like Marcus Houston, but it's like, I don't know, do he spell it like this? Marquez, all right. Doo. Oh wow, Doo came out too. I saw Doe too. So Doe, we were talking about Jane and John Doe, okay. Someone couldn't identify someone, a hottie, like the first person or the main person, that John person as well. Raid, wow, I was talking about that too. Richie, Tefnut, you're a tough nut. Tefnut is actually the mother of Nut and Jeb, okay. Jeb and Nut, Tefnut and Shu. So air sign, Shu deals with air and moisture, and New deals with earth, basically, okay. Tefnut, sorry. Redneck, yeah, somebody is really racist in this energy. Somebody does not like some Shaylin, Shah, Shalin, okay. So someone's name could have Shah in it, or Lin in it as well, or Belin, or Shah, or something like that. Anus, yeah, someone is an asshole. Lawyer, or someone's a lawyer didn't do something, okay? Someone could have had a public defender, Houston, okay? Houston, we have a problem type of energy, or someone had a problem with their lawyer, Llewellyn, publisher, or what their lawyer presented, okay? Yeah, Lynn, sticking out here too. Newell with a W. Dia, D, this person stuck to them, or the lawyer has something to do with this. Melon with a pregnant woman. So pregnant keeps coming out. Water, yeah, water sign. Bug or track something. Surveil something. Bonner in reverse, or someone was let out on bond, okay, or told somebody where someone was hiding. Janae, like Janae Eiko, Jhne. Jhene, okay. Also was getting Nene from that as well. So his name could be Nene, Kearney, wow. Or Nene with the Ney. Or just their name ends with the Ney. Kearns, okay. Burns, Jamaica, the mayor. O'Shannon comes out. Notion, emotion as well. Slow motion. Lacey, someone lace something. The Casey as well. Colored, yeah. So many fucking. I'm getting a lot of like. So maybe the people who are like fighting during the civil rights movement, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and all their wives, Rosa Parks. Names and initials could be significant. Ford in reverse, someone couldn't afford anything, or a car could have been repoed as well, but Ford, or someone didn't want to move forward. The fourth could be significant as well, or dates adding up to the number 4. Foxy in reverse, yeah, someone wasn't slick. You thought you was slick. The truth came out. Truth, okay, truth came out, but someone's name could be Truth. Sojourner Truth, okay. You looked for the truth, now you found it. Or don't go looking for something if you don't want to find it, because you're gonna find it. Tucker in reverse, yeah, you're not gonna be able to hide this shit, okay. What you gonna do? And ain't nowhere to run. Tamika, Tamika, all right. Shalon or salon, something about a hair, or someone who works in a salon, especially for hair, okay. But beauty salon, it could be for skin, nails. Con in reverse, okay. Or someone was genuine with something, but like Shaka Khan, I love you anyway. Genuine, because you were genuine, but this is genuine. Sorry, a man. In those jeans. Jameer, smoke, or somebody did want the smoke. They tried it, okay. We got Cuba, Derica, Derek, Eric, Erica. I mentioned that name earlier. Quran, or someone's, of a different faith or different traditions. Someone could have tried to judge you for stuff. Mara, okay. Or someone's, it was giving me tomorrow, but Naomi came out earlier, and she changed her name in the Bible. She changed her name to Mara because God, she thought God dealt with her so badly. So she told people to start calling her Mara. Her whole family was taken away. Husbands, wives, their wives, and stuff like that. Children and stuff like that. Brianne. So it's like Brianna, Breann. And Bree. They can have Bree in their name. Pace. Pacemaker as well. Or someone's going to have a heart attack. Lucy came out. I thought that said lucky as well. Someone could also have a dog on the other side. Mac. Wow. I saw something else that I thought it said Mac. M-A-K. Wallace. Wally. Willard as well. Wilson. Dan. Frederick. Okay. They always highlight the Derek there. Derica, which is out. Derica as well. Melvin. Jazz. Tang. Tangi. Tangela. Tabby, Baba, someone's Baba Yaga, Baba Laya, okay. Issue, or they gonna point you out. Jane, Mary Jane, or now they're gonna be able to find someone. Mary Jane, Aquarius, Noel, okay. Park, Parks. Okay, I said Rosa Parks earlier. Henna, tattoo or identify someone based on their tattoos, their marker street, on their skin, their tapestry on their skin. Look at that. Okay, I know what's happening here. I see what's happening here. You're face to face to greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. It's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, really me, it's Maui, brilliant. I know it's a lot, the head, the bod. When you're staring at a demigod, what can I say except you're welcome? The skies, the birds, and the sun. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary demigod. You're welcome, you're welcome. Again, you're welcome by Dwayne Johnson. Okay, Mason. But yeah, so somebody that they're confirming somebody was a part of a group. Mitchell in reverse, that like peach color pink could be significant. Melissa, Lisa. Okay, Mary. I was just singing Mary Jane by Rick James. With that Rick key coming out. Roberta. Okay, Roberto, Robert. Okay, Michelle, Niche. Yeah, my rock the world. And her name to me means I'm your mama. Okay, I'm your mama. Rico. Oh, I thought they said Rico. Okay, Rocio. Okay, Rico case could be significant. Cosby, or or somebody in jail, prison could be significant, or awaiting trial, or waiting sentencing. Gemini. Or someone goes to the gym a lot, okay? You're a rare gym mom, okay? Or someone's mom is a Gemini, male Rose. Someone's mom name is Rose, or male, or starts with male, or ends with male, or has that in there. Lena, okay? That's also giving me like someone wanting to lean on them, or children. Something about children. They're leaning on their children or something like that. But cuddle came out, and I thought that said children. So someone wants to be with their children as well. Cuddle with their children. Sandy, okay. Randy, sand, okay. In the sand, on the beach, or go on a vacation with their children. Take their children somewhere where there's sand, maybe. Ray, Rai, but it could be spelled any type of way. We also call Father God Ray, okay? Rah, like a Dungeon Dragon. Rah. Or someone wants to make up something for you. Scott, caught, sleep, or something like that. Someone also slept with someone you knew, or something like that. That just randomly came out. Anita, okay? Shanita, okay? Renita. She could be one of your angels as well. She was the one that was shot on Facebook Live by her boyfriend. Okay, so someone's boyfriend could be mad, or an ex could be mad at something. Share, or they're saying you're sharing too much, but Share, like the singer, at this woman singer, you could look like Share or something like that. Have her mannerism, gloss, lost, or they lost a girl as well, shot in reverse, or they missed a shot, a long shot, or now it's a long way, or you got a long way to go for someone as well. Sandra. Okay, so someone's name could be Sandy and or Sandra. Okay, I was getting Sandra when I saw Sandy too. Jody Watts. Okay, Tyrese. Tyreek. We had Tariq, but I was getting Tyreek with the Y. Okay, as well. Toot. Even gas stopping, or like some energy flowing through something. America, or something's going through something. Something's poisoning something. Mercury. Wow, something in the water, or a substance, an element. Choir, a church, group of people, or what is it going on? Preaching to the choir. You're preaching to the choir. Jeremy, Larry. I also heard King. Okay, Larry King. Ain't that a name? Larry King. Yeah, we got King in reverse, or this person wasn't a king, okay? Or they're claiming their space because that's in reverse. Bridgerton, okay? Or they could look like somebody who plays on Bridgerton, or they could dress like those people as well, Tavia, or they lived during those times, all right? Or they're recalling their life, a past life, well, in reverse. Someone could have threw someone in a well as well. Nikki, Nicki, okay? Oh, we had Nicole earlier. And then we got Tavia in reverse. It's also giving me like stevia, artificial, like those artificial sugars or replacements of stuff could be significant. I thought this said Moana. It says Momoa, okay? Also Samoan could be significant. Ashe, Twan, twin, TWON, twin. Where have you been? Kate, or someone could have been like triplets, quadruplets, Isaac, multiples beyond twins, okay? Also, so ooh, I feel like somebody got paid multiple times. If they were part of like multiple, they got paid multiple times. They tried it. They got away the first time. And it wasn't enough. Seneca, sin nigga, another. Did one of Jesus' kids come out already? Oh, okay. So Seneca is one of Yeshua's 4 kids. He had 4 kids. Seneca, Sarah, Salome, and Maxim, okay? Dunlap, Dunbar, Dunnigan, Duncan, okay? Lilia, Lia, as well. The little girl, Kathy. If something happened with Kathy. Diana, Natasha. And I feel like that's like a group of people who went through the same thing. Stallion, okay? Style, you were strong legs. You could like your legs, or people could like your legs. Orkin, exterminator. Someone also, like again, like grew up in a neighborhood where, there was a lot of critters and stuff like that. Even if you didn't have them in your house, it was just a lot of, like, the environment was known as to be infested with critters. Hershey, okay, chocolate. Hersha, rock, okay, even Coco. I'm in love with the Coco. Loose, light, yeah, they were dark or something like that. Kim, Farley, Far, as well. Furley, Barley, Wheat. Demeter could be one of your angels as well. Bobby Christina Brown could be one of your angels. A cousin, niece, daughter, mother, significant, free man in reverse, or they could be locked up. Kira, or is Kira a cure for this, or someone found some evidence. Lonnie, Lani, Elena, Taka, taken, or something like that. In reverse, Page, or you on the same page as well. Trio, Theo, these 3 people. Stefan, I thought this said stepmom as well. Someone could also have a white stepmother. Tatiana, Leah, Liyah. Okay, it is the Liyah. Leah, back and forth. Doolittle in reverse. Do a lot in reverse, or something about an animal. Be significant. Fish, your pet fish. Rihanna. I thought that said Renita, like I said earlier. Okay, Tashiana, Tasha. Yeah, Park and Parks came out. Okay, Ginger in reverse. Oh, Ginge. Okay, a kitten is very significant to you that's trying to reach out to you on the other side. Eddie, Ed and Eddie. Okay, 3 people, 3 different friends, or your friend group has like the same name. Like a lot of people in your friend group have the same name. Also, you could have had a sibling who had the same name as you, or the derivative of you. And siblings don't have to be brother and sister. They could just be someone you lived with for a certain amount of time, majority of your childhood. Maybe not so much. Yeah, but something like that could be significant. I think I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to get what God says. I think I'm going to leave it here. Wow. Layla? I said Layla earlier, right? Lachey or something like that. Millie, Polly. Someone has multiple partners. Shamrock. They could be Irish, or yeah, we had ginger, or they have light hair or ginger hair. Or they could have dyed their hair. I might as well have cheated on you. As much as you accuse me of cheating, I might as well have to you. Keisha Cole, okay. Colleen. Wisdom, Collins, Tara. Tara means I see you. Watching you, Samoa. Yeah, there goes Samoa. Momoa came out. Mimosas, okay. Snooky, Brunch, okay. Nookie. You and I Nookie. It's you and I Nookie. Car in a car. Nookie in a car. Giving it up in a car. Roger that. Okay, I heard you. All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that type of energy. If somebody down, I'm down. This Capricorn woman is down. All right. She keep coming out fine. A fan, a huge fan. Okay. That's another Aaliyah song. Okay. Age ain't nothing but a number. Okay. Somebody's singing that. Age ain't nothing but a number. Also by Pretty Ricky. Could be significant as well. Capricorn man. Jameer, Amir. Amor, no es amor. And what am I feeling? What am I doing wrong? Frankie J and Baby Bash, okay? Yeah, Ash, Ashton, Snoopy, Noopy, Snoop, okay? Snoop. Mid something, mid-age, or someone's in their mid-somethings. Sherbert, Herbert, Herbie, Chung, Chang, Hung, Negro, or something happened during those lynching days. Okay, Lynch. Someone's name could be Lynch as well. Finch, half Finn, Finch. Okay, Huckleberry Finn. Ain't that a book? Or the Finch, the bird, or something like that. Or To Kill a Mockingbird. That case could be significant. To Kill a Mockingbird. Erlene, Learn, Earl, Erlin, Quita, Raina, Raina. It could be spelled anyway. Quita, Quita. Pootie, okay. Pootie Tank. Or somebody about to get their ass whooped. Queen. About the queen. The queen. Wow. I didn't know that. Ernest. Or somebody Ernest to get in that ass. Music, like Music Soul Child. Music is your soul child. Look at his name. Music is your soul child. Indian. Someone's from India as well, though. Our Native American, Native Indian family could be up in here. Tony with the I can't stop thinking about the way things used to be. And I can't stop thinking about the love that you made to me. And I can't get you out of my head. How in the world will I begin to let you walk right out my life and throw my heart away? No, I can't stop caring about the apple of my eye. Oh, I can't stop thinking about the center of my life. Tony Braxton. Sorry. Oak, okay. You about to grow up to be a really big tree, okay? Yeah, that's a crown. I'm seeing the crown, okay? You have won the victory. And it says, I'm entitled to the blessings of Abraham, inheritance. You will rule a nation as big as the stars in the sky, or as many as there are stars in the sky. I forget how it goes. I am fierce. Okay. Oh, yeah. Energy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you try to take the blessing. See, I'm entitled. Okay. That has my name on it. Okay. God's got a blessing with my name on it. Norman Hutchins. Okay. God's got a blessing. God's got a blessing with your name on it. With your name on it. With my name on it. With my name. Point to yourself. With my name on it. With my name on it. God's got a blessing with our names on it. I'm extremely confident, okay? But you don't believe it's coming in, huh? You don't believe it's coming in, Pisces. See, you feeling pitiful, huh? I feel it. Chamuel energy. Archangel Chamuel could be close to you and trying to pick you up, okay? Like get up, okay? Get up right now, okay? Pick your head up. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Keep your head up. Ooh, child, things are gonna be easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. They say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice, the deeper the flesh, the darker the roots. Tupac, okay? Tupac cares if nobody else cares, okay? I know they like to beat you down a lot, and when you on the block, the homies like to clown a lot, but don't cry, dry your eyes. I don't know. I believe in the Merkabah, which is the vehicle of the soul. Okay, the vehicle, the vessel, the soul is using to go through different dimensions. Okay, a lot of you guys are doing a lot of shape shifting as well. This is Metatron's energy. I look at Metatron as God, homeboy, if he's not God himself, okay? But you could be seeing a lot of like synchronicities with robots as well. But God is saying, like, believe in a Merkabah, believe that you are shapeshifting, believe in the power that I'm instilling in you, believe in this discernment I'm giving you. I'm not telling you this for no reason, okay? It unlocks access to the Akashic records. And Metatron walks around. Sorry, Metatron walks around recording everything that you've done, okay? And not in just this lifetime, in every lifetime. And and he helps you, progress, basically using encompassing all that knowledge, okay? And that's where the Merkabah is really coming in, or he's allowing you to, it's giving me like someone got a robot suit, or like a special type of suit that allows them to fly, like on that movie Wakanda Forever, the second Black Panther. Okay, he could also be one of your angels, Chad Boseman. Sorry. um yeah, he could be one of your angels. But yeah, like on the second one, a student made a suit and they were using it to fly, but they they made these suits in another part of this movie too. But like that suit, they're letting you try on the suit to fly, okay? So but it don't have to fly. It could give you certain type of powers. It could give you protection, and stuff like that. I have kind and loving friends. Okay, a friend also is giving me like reaching their hands out. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Done it. I was about to say Donnell Ross. Someone's name could be that, but I was trying to say Diana Ross, okay? But this is power animal energy, okay? So you could be a huge animal lover, okay? Or your animals are scratching at your door, especially if you have them on the other side. They're waiting on you to come home. They're saying they miss you, okay? They're trying to get me to send you a message saying they miss you, okay? But yeah, but you're just gonna even probably start noticing, how animals are gravitating towards you a bit more and stuff like that. I have a mansion in heaven and on earth, okay? This is also giving me like companionship, getting that a companion and stuff like that. When we go to heaven, we have companions and stuff like that, but not all of us, honestly. It's giving me, like somebody's getting all the things they wish they had, especially if they wanted like a dog or a companion, an animal companion, when they were younger, and they're able to get that now. Maybe their parents said no, maybe they couldn't afford it, could afford to take care of it and stuff like that. It says I'm a prince or a princess. Okay, prince could be one of your angels as well. But yeah, I'm a prince or a princess. I have a mansion heaven and on earth. Okay, you ain't Poe. Okay. Mang Po, okay, be one of your angels as well, close to you. And then we have my song, Surrender and Trust. uh, it's a long song, but I mentioned animals in here, so I may just read that part, okay? I will surrender and trust. I will surrender and trust in your plan. because it is your will. After all, I will surrender and trust in the animals around me as they see what I don't see. And they are here to tell me, don't you remember who created you? I'm dead. All right. And then we have money flows to me easily. Okay. The hand of Fatima is on me. All right. Money just flows to me easily. Money just flows to me easily. A money magnet, a money magnet. That's my song, Money Magnet. Okay. I'm a money magnet, a money magnet. Money just flows to me easily. Money just flows to me easily, and it stays. And then we got I am God in reverse. And then on the back of it, I wrote, be still and know that I am God. And then this is Jeb's energy. Okay. So Jeb's like I want my original energy out. Okay. But he's in reverse. So God is unhappy because someone is not staying still. All right. God keeps trying to place you back, and then you moving, like it's giving me like somebody's moving, and then God picks them up and place them back down and stuff like that. Or this could be people ignoring their discernment. Discernment is a great gift you could receive from God. Don't waste it. All right. God loves me. And this is John's energy in reverse. See, God is not happy with somebody. Okay. What's going on? All right. What y'all doing? Okay. Even God's people don't love you right now. Or somebody's spirit team is pissed off at them as well. But yeah, John's energy. We've been speaking about John a lot today in this reading. A lot of other people, but John's keep coming out as well. The John energy. So someone's name could just have John in it, even if it's not Johnson or just John. It has John in it. Like also they could be from a place with John in it as well. Okay. Or live on the street with John in it. I give and receive respect in reverse. Oh, somebody was being disrespectful. Mighty disrespectful. Okay. This is Nana Baruku energy. Ooh. She will drown you all. Okay. Drown you all. She gonna drown you all. Amen. Okay. Harriet Tubman too. Gun energy, water energy, or these offenses are significant. Need, okay. She is said to be Ra's mother. She could sit on top of the sun, top of the sun, top of the sun. But God is neat is a neat goddess. You're neat, or somebody cleaned up something very well, or somebody's gonna get away with it because these people should have been caught. And somebody's trying to be the hero, or they're going to be the hero. All right. I am very determined. Yeah, they're going to get in that ass. They really want to get in somebody's ass. Didn't I say that earlier too? My soul is limitless. Okay. Limitless. They locking jaws. A pit bull, a bite could be significant as well. My soul is limited. Your soul. Okay. Or my soul has had it, has been at wit's end as well. Okay. I am stable. Apollo energy. Yeah, somebody took a vote. I look at poll in there as well, and I was talking about that earlier with our families, with the people who pick the sacrifice and stuff like that. But I am stable. You're safe. You don't have to worry about that, because God basically was like, okay, you put in this order. This order might as well be for yourself. All right. So one could be a food handler, food driver, something like that. Lemuria, okay. Someone could be from Hawaii. I am ready in reverse, or they ain't gonna be ready for this. It's gonna come out of nowhere. Avec boy, avec boy, avec boy. He's so intelligent. All right, this is a song. My boy's happy birthday song for his first birthday I wrote for him. He's so precious, okay? And he's such a gentleman. I don't feel like singing no more, honestly. And then it's my palace is laid like some bomb edges Laugh out loud in reverse, okay? So even this person or these people, they're gonna have to be out on the street. I'm getting, it's not gonna be bomb, or it's gonna be laid like some bomb edges, but they can't stay there, okay? You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the fuck up out of here, all right? God could be saying to people, all right? And I'm gonna get y'all some channel messages from Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I'm gonna go. Hope y'all enjoying this. Hope y'all have enjoyed this, okay? However long y'all chose to stay today, I appreciate your time. One moment. Tarot equates to the truth, so I'm gonna get y'all tarot first. My bad. Okay, so we got 7 of Wands here. See, that protection is coming to the forefront as well, or it's gonna be noticeable. 4 of Cups in reverse, or somebody offered you this, or you offered someone this opportunity and then they denied it as well. Then we got the 2 of Wands in reverse, and on here he looked like he on crutches. Okay, as well, or somebody didn't learn their lessons. Maybe they were put on crutches and they didn't learn their lesson. And I think about that song by Ed Sheeran. Okay, thinking out loud. He said, when your legs don't work like they used to before." And it looks like that card is saying that. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay, oh, somebody was being reckless with their words, or being impulsive, moving without thinking. 6 of Swords in reverse after that, but somebody could be moving, or they just moved. They lied, or they lied about where they moved to as well. The Ace of Swords in reverse, and then the Ace of Wands in reverse. And on here, I believe Father God rides on the Ace of Swords. As an eagle, you be seeing eagles, buffaloes, and a buffalo or a bull is on this Ace of Wands. Somebody could be seeing red, especially this Leo. We got the sun here, okay? Shining you a 10, yeah, this man. Or he was praying about something. Lord, please save it for me. Bryson Tiller, okay? Exchange, okay? 10 of Swords in reverse, or please let them forgive me, okay? Or tell them I didn't betray them as well. Or relay a message. 4 of Wands in reverse, okay, about this divorce, or I wasn't responsible for breaking these people up, or I wasn't responsible for how this went in the past. 6 of Cups upright, and on here it looked like these bitches be talking, like gossiping a lot. These bitches that barely got hair on their head, or always talking about somebody they barely got some shit as well, or they knew who was the anointed one as well. This is also giving me like gold digging wives in the past, or like someone who was just looking for a come up. Wow. Then we got the 9 of Pentacles, and it's a man on here, and then one of the Pentacles are signed like have rays of the sun coming out as well, or Ray is coming out, or Ray, or he's rising. Okay, rise. All right, I will rise up as high as the day will rise up. But yeah, and then we have the Herify, and I was saying that as I was talking about how this woman was, or somebody is just looking for money, but especially a woman as well. 3 of Pentacles. This person could have worked with you, like worked for a long time at your company. Give me how she did with Selena. Okay, Yolanda. Someone's name could be Yolanda. She was handling all the finances and stuff, and the checks was fucked up, and the fans weren't getting their shit. The devil, yeah. Someone did some badass shit. If I could fall in love with you. King of Swords in reverse. And I believe this is Amun-Ra here, okay? Yeah. All God's energy is mad, The only energy that didn't come out mad is the sun, but kind of the sun is, like the sun itself, I believe the rays coming out of the sun, it looks like they're going to line somebody up and slap them, like I don't have to like sugarcoat anything, or I ain't talking, I ain't saying no words before I do what I do, or something like that. And I was talking about, how I'm very sensitive about that, and how, when people are saying something about it, it means they want help. When they stop saying stuff, they don't give a fuck. And then we got the Emperor. Wow, in reverse. Good Cups in reverse with the King of Swords. So there's a lot of God unhappy energy, but I get also, you know, like someone didn't believe you when you said you was this, or somebody didn't believe somebody when they said there was this. All right. Or they just thought there was a backup person. They thought this person, you know, like was bluffing as well. All right. I'm gonna leave it there for that. Okay. Let's see more signs to identify. Well, the signs, the particular signs we should look out for. It's funny, the Emperor is in reverse and then the Hierophant is upright. I feel like even someone who wasn't authorized to like distribute power or something is significant. They weren't authorized and they did it anyway. All right. Take the lead in reverse. A Libra could be significant. Okay, yeah, they weren't authorized. Wow. So a Libra could be significant. I look at their sign as like Libra, focus. I'm getting even any air sign, especially with that King of Swords, a man air sign. Could be significant. Avoid dramas, or someone wants to reconcile with you, a man air sign. Synchronicity, they're seeing all the signs point to you. In reverse, then we got Yang Moon, which is man energy. Wow. Protection. In reverse, they regret something. Okay, maybe to help protect you. We got feminine energy now in reverse. Yeah, they didn't protect the woman enchantment, especially from black magic, or someone just didn't believe somebody. I'm getting that a lot. Okay, believing your dreams as well. Process your feelings, believing your feelings, or you know, didn't want to hear what you said. That's in reverse. Support in reverse. Yeah, they turned their back on you, Pisces. Sacrifice. Abundance in reverse for money. Yeah. Or once you lost money, they turned their back on you. They declared you useless or something like that. Show the world the real you, this Aquarius. Be significant. Beginnings. Yeah. Or, you know, this person wanted to be a part of, you know, you going somewhere, but you cut them off. You got boundaries in reverse, or someone didn't respect your boundaries. A new romantic cycle begins in reverse. A Libra. Yeah, Libra. Self responsibility, and then when you confront them about it, they deny type of shit. Okay, the moon's reflection, and you've been mirroring them. Okay, forgiveness. Okay, you can't forgive them as well. You could be full of resentment as well, or you didn't quite forgive them. Someone's acting like they forgave somebody and they didn't. Okay, conclusions are within reach in reverse. Yeah, they never ended this. All right. Work through your fears in reverse, Scorpio. Okay. You're very close to achieving your goal in reverse. Okay. Yeah, they never finished this. They don't want to. They want to drag it out. And then we got nothing yet is set in stone. But God's like, well, I'm about to bury the hatchet. Since you don't want to do it, when I gave you the opportunity to do it, I'm about to do it. And it says mutable moon. So a Pisces especially. Your energy comes up here. But a Sagittarius, Virgo, and a Gemini could be significant, which is the last sign we're doing, okay? Higher power. So if y'all don't know, we've done these type of readings of what God is saying for all signs now, except for Gemini. And then we have communication is key with Gemini. Wow. So before that came out, higher power came out in reverse. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, I had to make that announcement. PSA, higher power, you know, like, or they like, yeah, definitely tune into Gemini if you feel inclined to as well, or if you got any inkling to. All right. Courage in reverse, or somebody is just scared of something. Shadow work, scared of facing themselves, a twin, or you know, seeing their twin. Gemini, it does rule twins. Adjustments are required, or they think they need to fix something first. Okay, don't let pride get in your way, or they're worrying about too much of the wrong stuff, and that's Leo energy. Okay, releasing blocks. Okay, in reverse, they're holding on to blocks, holding on to obstacles. The answers you need are coming, but the Gemini is like, I'm reassuring you. So see, and I started off saying like Pisces people didn't want this energy to come out, this reading to come out in general, but like people against Pisces, or dealing with Pisces, didn't want this reading to come out. Same for Gemini. And I almost didn't want to do it for them, but I'm like, nah, we need to work through this. We need to work through this. We need to start running away from the stuff that we need to heal from. We got shadow work here in reverse. That's probably why, because people keep running away from the shit you got to heal from. Nah, we not escaping. There's nowhere to escape to. All right. If anything, they gonna have to escape. They gonna turn their ass right back around. I'm getting like on that movie Friday After Next. They were chasing Santa Claus, who was robbing people, and then they ran through this family's house, and I don't know what happened, but the whole family started like beating the people with sticks and stuff like that, poking people with the sticks and stuff like that. It's crazy, but I'm seeing that like a whole bunch of people gonna jump somebody, or that just happened. Love in reverse, or a lover, ex-lover. It's time to take action. Wow, Aries. They like, it's done, or yeah, we're not saying no more words. Wow, take a breath in reverse. Nope. You done. We allowed y'all to have y'all fun. We got celebration here, but someone's could be going to a reception as well, having a reception. The law of attraction, someone you're attracted to, or someone was abusing that. Your dreams need a practical plan, or someone's still thinking about something. Taurus, the truth, okay, or thinking about the time when the truth came out, or something like that. Change your tune, attitude as well, or somebody's thinking that. What do you need to release and reverse, or keep that stay that way? Like, because it's been protecting you for some of y'all. A Virgo could be significant. No, who was that? Taurus, yeah. Taurus, in their reading, I said, you could have been told you had an attitude problem growing up and stuff like that. And God said, I gave you certain bad things for a reason, because it protected you. You probably weren't hurt physically a lot growing up. You probably got into altercations, but like your attitude, your mannerisms, scare people off, auras and stuff like that. A win-win outcome is forecast in reverse with Libra, and then it says, what do you need to release? So it's like, like either way it goes, you're gonna win, or like even if people think you're losing because of this, you're still gonna win. Okay. As well, bring love into the situation in reverse, or someone's focusing too much on love, and love came out in reverse as well, and it's like you got other priorities to look at. Aquarius, okay. Self-regulation, someone could be lustful. I'm getting that. Kiss it, baby. Rihanna, okay. Intuition, cut your losses. Someone's name could be Riri. Rihanna, okay. Meant to be in reverse. So we got intuition in reverse. See, someone's ignoring their discernment. Okay, then we got cut your losses, and then meant to be. Okay, someone's name could start with TL or C. Left eye could be one of your angels. Thinking about that moon. That song Meant to Be by TLC. Moon called in reverse though. So something wasn't meant to be. So it's okay to cut your losses. It's something better, like it's better you knew now type of stuff. Believe in the possible. And earlier I was talking about how, people are not trying to believe something, and it's clearly right there, okay? But in reverse, see, someone's not looking at their discernment or something like that. Listening to their intuition, that's in reverse too. Watch for signs, ignoring the signs, ignoring the red flags. Follow the moon, follow the leader, follow this Cancer as well. Your hard work is paying off. Capricorn energy, we're saying follow them. Okay, then we got Capricorn energy again. End of a tough cycle approaches in reverse. So somebody keep trying to do something, like keep something up. A fiery climax approaches in reverse, but somebody about to put out the fire. It's giving me like somebody got a flame, and they put like, they lick their hand and then they burn the flame. They put out the flame with their finger. So It's like, and then we got water energy here. So water and fire. Wow. We got Pisces, balance spirituality and practicality. Okay, so someone's mad because they don't believe in the same things as you, your traditions or something like that. Look at the bigger picture, or they're narrow-minded as well. This could be parent figures as well. Full moon and Sagittarius, so we got Sagittarius energy here for you Pisces. So yeah, hope that did something for you. So let's get some divine direct messages from divine masculine or divine feminine. I'm not gonna separate them. So this could be from your divine masculine, divine feminine. And thank you for the 5th like if you're still here. I'm sorry. Okay, so a divine masculine, divine feminine wants to say sorry to you, Pisces, or if Pisces wants to say sorry to somebody. Okay, you were right in reverse, and I was wrong. So I feel like that there's adding that, but you were right. Could just be still there. All right. I'm reading these intuitively. We'll die together as well. So you guys could have been friends with this person for a long time as well, or these people for a long time before y'all got official or made a move in your relationship. I know what you want in reverse. I got you. In reverse. It's like, or else I would have been got it. Some type of stuff I can't bring myself to, like so maybe they like I thought I knew what you want. Then I erased it. It could be a Leo or Virgo. Did that. Who the fuck are they in reverse? A female in reverse? Are they not a female? Who is it then? Or some type of shit. It wasn't the female. Who is it? Type of stuff. Who is it? Michael Jackson. This is forever. This is it. Yeah, this is it. I had it. All right. Can I expect this? Can I expect you to cheat on me? Okay. Because somebody fucking torn or what's it called? Battered, abused. Because all people did was cheat on them or something like that. I've waited my whole life for this in reverse. So yeah, like my whole life I've been dealing with this. My whole life I had to fight. I had to fight my cousin Oprah on the movie Color Purple, or her movie. I'm so happy with my choice in reverse. Like I regret a lot of things, or I said a lot of things I regret. I know I said some fucked up things to you before, but girl, I didn't mean it. I never meant one single word. If I could take back every word I said, for sure, I know. Nelly and Jaheim. Okay, I look at Jaheim's name as I am him, or he is that. Jah came out like I am Jah. Okay, I am Jesus. I am Joshua. Yeshua. A water sign was involved. Your energy coming out. So Pisces energy is definitely here. Resonated with a lot of it. What do you need from me now? Okay. So it's like, yeah, water sign was involved. All right, I told you type of energy. I'm getting as well. Fool me once, you'll never make it to the second time. Or they try to play me for a fool as well. How do fools fall in love? I deserve that. Or I didn't deserve that. Or you don't deserve that. Okay. Or somebody referring to, a conversation about deserving things. I don't know what you want, and now that's in reverse. So it's like, I know what you want, I do know what you want, or somebody keeps changing their mind about something as well. I'm kicking myself in reverse, or like I hate that I'm doing this, okay? Or it's so hard for me. I hate that it's so hard. Someone's getting really anxious, okay? You have such a great sense of humor. A divine masculine wants to tell you, or a divine feminine. An earth sign was not involved in reverse, or when it comes to an earth sign, you have a great sense of humor. I'm gonna make you feel it. I'm gonna make you feel it. A song by Jacquees, Lloyd, and Rich Homie Quan. All right. Fucking argument in reverse. You're always on my mind. I couldn't stop thinking about you since that day we argued as well, or I can't stop thinking about what was said or what I said. All right. I'm in an argument. Kisses. Okay. Kisses. I want my kisses down low. Okay, I'm such a shy person. Yeah, so this is kind of getting them, ain't like very anxious. Okay, uh, make you forget all about it. All I think about is you, type of shit. It's giving me. Somebody could be saying, should I be worried in reverse? Yeah, somebody, like having trust issues, as well. Or I know I don't have to worry about you. Maybe they comparing you to someone. A friend told me, okay. Or, maybe they've been filling out their friends and colleagues. And when we were talking about Charlie Kirk earlier, how, or at least how I identified him, like kind of filling things out, um, pitching things to people, saying things to people to see how they take it and stuff like that. Okay, you look so good in reverse. Okay, or I didn't like how I looked, or I didn't like how something made me look. All right. Mornings are my fave. Okay, because somebody don't like how people seeing them in the morning as well. I don't like the mornings. Okay, so about last night, or if someone's a night owl, that's in reverse. So about last night. As yet, Arizona could be significant. I'm gonna give you a gift. I know it. I knew it in reverse, or I bet you can't guess it. Type of energy. Take it easy, okay? Go easy on me. Okay, don't be mad. The type of energy somebody could want to tell you. A damn shame. Okay, I'm ashamed of myself. That's a damn shame I did something like that. Someone's taking accountability, okay? It seems really light. That's good. I was gonna say lighthearted, and it said it says, I'm sorry you held on to that in your heart in reverse, okay? So it's like, like I want to release my heart from this. My heart's been weighing heavy in general. Okay. Rock the cradle. Okay. Or maybe someone's been, stressed about their children as well. They could have just had a baby. Got a lot of pregnancy energy earlier. This is where I want to be. Okay. Or I'd rather be in a house, taking care of the kids, a divine masculine, divine feminine wants to say whatever, like we can do whatever type of stuff. Oops, in reverse, like, and I don't, like hold people too much to their mistakes, who they used to be in the past or something, or they're bringing that up about how they witnessed someone doing that to you, holding you to your mistakes too much. I'm always rooting for you in reverse. Yeah, they took their support away, or maybe because they couldn't get you to submit or something like that. I understand. Okay, yeah, I understand where you're coming from and stuff like that. Wow, I was getting that. I never meant you no harm, or I'll never hurt you. I promise I'll never put my hands on you, girl. Try again in reverse, like I won't ever even try. Okay, please. Okay, or can I get another chance? Baby, give me one more chance. Hit me, baby, one more time. Britney Spears and Biggest Smalls with Faith Evans. Okay, don't leave me. Don't leave me, girl. Stay with me tonight. And then it says, you did good in reverse. And why did I get like sexual energy from that? It's like, you left me feeling good type of energy. I'm gonna leave you, begging for it and stuff like that. That was Backstreet Boys, okay? The Blackstreet street name Black in it as well. This family of mine, or someone's family name has Black in it. Shit has been so crazy. The shit has been crazy with their family, and we spoke a lot about that because they've been the sacrifice. They've been sacrificing. They've been busy. They've been having their hand in a lot of shit. I've been going through a lot in reverse. They've been putting me through a lot for somebody. All right, I'll drink your bath water though. Okay, yeah, somebody wants to be freaky. They want to get their mind away from something. All right, they want to be freaky. I'll drink your bath water. Ooh, oh my, show look good tonight. Johnny Gill, look at that John coming out. I need what you need. Okay, I need what you need. But that's in reverse. I could go without it, or you could go without it, or you act like you could go without it, you're good without it, or something like that. I love you so much, okay? I love you. Do you love me? They're done. I don't love them no more. I'm done loving them, okay? I ain't got no more love to give. I gotta go. I gotta leave. Please don't make it hard not for me. I've done enough. I'm tired of love. I gotta let it go. I was gonna say Heather Headley. I get those two mixed up. Vivian Green. They kind of look the same as well. But yeah, somebody's done. You need what I need. I ain't got what you need. You need what I need. I got what you want. You got what I want. And we were made for each other. My nigga. Okay. Yeah. Forever Mine by the OJs. Okay. Don't you ever think about leaving. 'Cause it's you I'm thinking about pleasing. We were made for each other. All right, so I'm gonna go. Bye, Pisces. Okay, hope this message blessed you. You enjoyed it. Anything you want to come true in this reading, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you so much for trusting me to be your reader. I hope that you consider and decided to subscribe, join this tribe, this kingdom of God. We're building here through tarot. Yes, through tarot. And if you're OG God and Goddess, still what up, Prince and Princess? Yeah, Pisces is the Prince and Princess sign, okay? I was actually going to do your message around that, but, they gave me your download already. So crazy, okay? Somebody wasn't playing with you, okay? They was like, I'm not about to play with you no more, Pisces, okay? Pisces, we ain't got time for that. But thank y'all so much, God and Goddesses, for y'all continued support and trusting me again and be a reader, okay? I hope y'all decided to like the video already. If y'all haven't already, I appreciate you. And may God bless you, even if I'm not on here, just for that, all right? Thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did you all justice. Okay. Kiss your kiss for me, you guys. Come back and visit me in the future, please. I would love to have you. All right. Check out any other signs in your birth chart. You may have more messages of what God wants to tell you. All right. The last sign I'm doing is Gemini. Okay. It's that Gemini in me. I got split personality. Got a chucking on the 5G. I'm a provider G. Bills paid by the first, you see. Keep it popping with the currency. You say you never leave, and you try to turn your back on me. I understand you got no trust in me, and I'll change for you. If you promise that you stay with me, please accept my apology. Gemini, Gemini in me. Gemini in me. Don't you leave. So a man could have said, I'm sorry, okay? I'm closing out, but that's Donnell Jones, okay? My apology. My apology. So a Gemini, a man, in general could have wanted to say, I'm sorry, okay? But yeah, so check out any other places in your birth chart. Those videos are okay. Like those too, please. All right, and make sure you subscribe, okay? Y'all be thinking y'all subscribe and y'all not subscribed. Please make sure you subscribe. All right, bye, you guys. I hope I see you again soon. All right. I normally tell you guys I try to make an effort to come on here every day, but that has not been the case lately. Various reasons. One main reason, but I'm not gonna get too much into it. But yeah, so I try to come on here every day. My thought and my intention is to come on here every day unless God says otherwise. Okay, God has been saying otherwise, but not all this is on God. All right. Just so you know. Anyway, bye, you guys. Have a great day or night whenever you're watching this. Kiss and hug your kids for me again. All right. Bye.